Well, beginning the bulletin with a breaking news and exclusive to India today. Former India cricketer and BJP MP Kirti Azad has spoken for the first time since his Asteen Ka Saap or snake in the grass barb set Delhi's political circles aflutter. Kirti Azad has tweeted last week that the leak of the Kitwas emails was a BJP inside job against Sushma Swaraj. Speaking exclusively to India Today, Azad defended his comments and said regardless of what action the party may decide to take against him, he stands by his comments. Kirti said the Enforcement Directorate should expand the scope of inquiry to investigate all those who were part of the Governing Council of the IPL and the Executive Committee of the BCCI. Interestingly, the names Azad once probed include Finance Minister Arun Jaitley.
So let me read out your other three retweets. The first one on the 14th of June, where you say, "Bhai, jahan teri ye nazar hai, meri jaan mujhe khabar hai. Headlines manager, ha ha ha." So you attack a headlines manager. In the next tweet, also on the 14th of June, you say, "आपको और मुझे दोनों को पता है कि घर में कौन सा व्यक्ति ऐसा काम कर रहा है. I stand with Sushma Swaraj." Your third tweet is, "Shame on that coward who can't even win an election. Joker." Who is this coward?
These three were tweets that I came in. I liked it. I put it on.
Why did you?
Have you seen one of my event? Did you go to the yoga day today?
Yes.
There's one tweet of 1962 of Jawaharlal Nehru ji doing yoga. Why didn't you talk about that?
No, why
that if I ever put it there and I like.
No, it happens in a
the things that I like. The things that I like. Oh, I feel it's funny. I just put it on my tweets. There are about 2,000 tweets that I've done. How many you'll put on? If you'll see that, then approximately for 1,500 tweets, you'll ask me a question, why we done this, why we done this? Why didn't you ask me why did I put Jawaharlal Nehru's yoga tweet?
No, because you've had a long-standing feud with the senior BJP leader Arun Jaitley, and if you add who is this powerful man who can't win elections,
listen,
who is this headlines manager, it would seem that you're attacking Arun Jaitley.
May I? I've never had a fight with Arun Jaitley. Mine has been a principled stand. It's not from today. You see what muck is coming out in the IPL. I've seen tweets of Lalit Modi and others too. I've been talking about this principled stand from not now, but from a very long time. When I had raised the question in 1999 about match fixing, when Hansi Crony had accepted the fact, all the people were from India, like Shane Warne had also named. Then in 2008, it kept quiet till then. 2008, when the IPL started, it all started from there. And the kind of malfeasance that was going on in the DDC and in the BCCI, mine was a principled stand as a sportsman. I have pride. I may not have played that much, but I feel proud of the fact that I played for my country. I won the World Cup in 1983. I saw the wrongdoings that are going on in DDCA. I had seen that the directors of DDCA in 1982 were raided by CBI and arrested at that time. The same thing was happening. It wasn't a tirade against Arun. I have nothing against him personally. Why should I have?
Both of you don't get along.
No, but has I ever no
hit job on Arun Jaitley?
No, you tell me. If you serve liquor on the 2nd of October, which is Mahatma Gandhi's day, and you talk about it that it should not be done, am I against Arun? I'm not. I've been talking about these overage problems and other things, and the way the money is being, the money laundering things and round tripping of money. It was a principled stand. It was not a personal stand. How could it be? If I come and tell you, Rahul, this is what is going wrong in your company, kindly see to it that cricket doesn't suffer. Kindly see to it that your India Today does not suffer. This is what all is happening. You'll start telling me. That means if you're going to blame me and say, oh, I have an axe to grind, I don't know whether he has or not. But if you say that to me, then obviously my principal stand has turned into your personal problem.
It needs to be done.
It needs to be done is to be everybody probed. Look at the ED notice. Look at the ED notice. What does the ED say? ED says Lalit Modi and BCCI. So why only Lalit Modi? Why not the other people who were in the governing council of the IPL and executive committee of the BCCI? Because IPL is a subcommittee of the BCCI, and BCCI's executive committee had approved these funds, and they took this fund out violating the RBI norms of the country. They violated the FDI, the FEMA, the service tax, the income tax. So why not everybody be probed? Anybody could be a minister, anybody could be a politician, a journalist.
Like Sharad Pawar, that would include Farooq Abdullah, Jyotiradittya Scindia.
Yes, all the more. All the more.
Is that a reason why this is not being done? Is that a reason it's not being done? Because there are political leaders on both sides of the front who are involved.
They're Indian nationals first. And you have to go by the law of the land. Because you're a minister, you cannot violate laws. And if you don't know the law, that does not mean you're not guilty. Ignorance of law is no excuse.
Apart from just investigating Lalit Modi, the Enforcement Directorate should actually expand the ambit of this investigation to include the likes of Arun Jaitley, Farooq Abdullah, Sharad Pawar.
All those who are in the governing council. What is wrong? It's a principled stand. If I'm wrong, hang me. If I'm right, justice should prevail. Why should I have anything personal, axe to grind with anybody? I have nothing to grind with anyone.
Leaders, when we've spoken to them, said that we weren't involved in the day-to-day running of the IPL. Lalit Modi ran the show. So we don't know what he did.
So you mean to say when he took the money out, violating the RBI norms, they were not aware? Ignorance of law is no excuse. If you can't run day-to-day, if you are a prime minister, look at Mr. Narendra Modi. He is on the yoga day. He's promoting, he wants to get the last man in society up front to be with everyone. Look at the various programs that he has started. And he gives it full-time job. If you're into sports, you have to give a full-time job. If you're a minister, you have to give a full-time job. If you don't, you do a full-time job, then you're not worth staying there. If you're ministers, fair enough. But then you have to give time to other activities that you do.
No, but you're saying that Arun Jaitley should be probed. Arun Jaitley is also the super boss at the Enforcement Directorate. Is that even at all possible?
Nobody is above the law of the land. Nobody is greater than the nation. And don't single out only Arun Jaitley. I don't want to talk about an individual. I'm talking about the entire institution that has been polluted. I say, I stand. Again, I say my principle stand. It's not personal against anybody. If somebody wants to make it personal, good luck to him. But if I have said something which have been proven by the committee report, 38th committee report on finance, need I say any more? My stand is vindicated at the moment. Everything is coming out in the IPL and now you see what muck is coming out.
BJP MP Kirti Azad there, although trying to say that there's nothing personal in his tirade against Arun Jaitley. Let me quickly cut across to India Today Managing Editor Rahul Kamal, who's joining me for more on this. Rahul got us this exclusive interview of Kirti Azad. Rahul, what is the sense that you get from speaking to Kirti Azad? Though he was saying that there is nothing personal, he has nothing against Arun Jaitley, but the way he has tweeted and he still stands by those tweets, it seems that there is more that meets the eye.
Well, Kirti Azad is one man, Ankit, who feels vindicated today because he's been opposing various facets of the IPL and the manner in which it was being run long before the current controversy broke, long before Lalit Modi ran away from India. Kirti Azad is the one person who was holding up the red flag. He now feels that all of what he was saying has come true, and what he's saying in this interview is very significant politically because he's asked for the first time for an Enforcement Directorate probe against Arun Jaitley, N. Srinivasan, Sharad Pawar, and everyone else who was at the helm of affairs at the BCCI, saying that they're all equally culpable. He says the ED notices are to Lalit Modi and BCCI. He says in this entire controversy, it would appear that there's only Lalit Modi to blame, that only Lalit Modi took all these decisions. This is clearly not true. Everyone who's in the governing council, everyone who's in the finance committee of the IPL and the BCCI knew exactly what was going on, and by law, they are equally culpable. And he says, why is nothing being done? Now, it's significant because he's a multi-term BJP MP. He's one of the key Brahmin faces in Bihar. The party needs him at this time. They can't act against him. Yet what he's saying hurts them, pokes them politically, because the BJP would like nothing better than for this controversy to subside. And here is a senior MP who they can't touch because he's essentially saying the right thing. He might be saying something that is politically inconvenient, but it's true, Ankit.
Rahul, coming to this part of the entire political storm that it is going to create, of what Kirti Azad has told you that ED probe against Arun Jaitley. Not many, in fact, in the BJP as of now taking on Arun Jaitley. He's a powerful minister. But with this, and also, as you pointed out, he's a popular, important face as far as Bihar elections are concerned. How do you see it panning as far as the party is concerned? Does it look like there is a sort of a gang war happening inside the party with this hitting out at Arun Jaitley and sort of supporting Sushma Swaraj?
Well, this battle with Arun Jaitley goes back a long way. Arun Jaitley said very dramatically when he was asked in the press conference, who's the Yassin Qasam? He said, next question. If you see the hot pursuit we've done with Kirti Azad, when he was asked who's the Yassin Qasam, he says, next question. So they've had this long-running battle. It makes things politically tougher because the BJP, the RSS are trying to douse this fire. When someone who is generally known as being clean comes out and speaks against one of his own, it does make things tougher for the party. But what's most interesting and what the opposition is likely to latch on to, Ankit, in that interview is where Kirti Azad says if the opposition were to expand the scope of their demand to include other BCCI members, despite being a BJP MP, will support the opposition in Parliament. Now, the Congress is threatening to disrupt Parliament. When a BJP MP says he's prepared to support them, that does make things uncomfortable for the BJP, except that there are people like Rajiv Shukla, people like Sharad Pawar, people like Praful Patel, people like Jyotiraditya Scindia, who are also part of the UPA dispensation, and therefore will the Congress be able to do so? Because they'd rather just target the BJP and pretend as if no one of theirs was involved.
Rahul, just before I let you go, this is going to, whatever Kirti Azad has said and this entire Lalit Modi controversy, we are going to witness a lot of, storm harakiri as far as the parliament is concerned. How do you see it panning out for the BJP and for the Prime Minister, especially in Rajya Sabha where the opposition has more numbers?
Well, in the first instance, when the controversy was limited around Sushma Swaraj, it seemed that the Congress would not have much success because of the reason that the JDU, the RJD, the SP, several had made conciliatory noises towards Sushma Swaraj. Remember, Sushma Swaraj is seen as someone who's isolated in the BJP. She's been leader of the opposition. She has cross-party support. So the Congress and the left were pretty much by themselves and the others weren't quite as fulsome in their support. But now that Sushma Swaraj is involved as well, now that Vasundhara Raje is involved as well, that makes things more complicated for the opposition, because if the Congress goes headstrong into this battle and the opposition parties don't, ahead of an election, in any case, morally, it's a difficult position to be able to sustain. But what might make things, Ankit, very complicated for the Congress is a whole series of tweets over the past 24 hours that have been put out by Lalit Modi, where he says he will reveal the names of Congress leaders, media barons, journalists, editors, and what have you, who have enjoyed his hospitality. He's targeted Vineet Jain of Times of India. He's targeted senior Congress leaders. Now, if he actually goes out and makes those details public, like he did with the Vasundhara Raje dossier, then that really does complicate things for the Congress. Now, this is one party that everyone was part of. This is one party that everyone enjoyed. Now that things are going wrong, they're just pretending, like in the party where no one killed Jessica, they're pretending that they weren't part of the party. But the reality is, in the period when Lalit Modi was at his peak, everyone in the political circles, everyone in the social circles, in the entertainment circles, they were all part of Lalit's party.
Absolutely.
And therefore, when the skeletons begin to tumble out, they will consume not just people on one side of the political fence, but people on both sides.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rahul Kamal, for joining us with all those details and bringing us that explosive interview with BJP MP Kirti Azad.